Gentlemen, in this video, I am handing to you one of the most deceptively innocent moves that you have ever seen. A move that turns any flat, boring, dead conversation and flips it into pure, crackling sexual electricity. A move that makes the woman want to reach out and touch you first. And that's just the beginning version, guys. Stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to reveal to you an advanced twist that turns any boring conversation into pure sexual tension. Now, all the white knights out there are going to say, but Jesse, come on, this is toxic. This is wrong. This is manipulative. Look, I don't care, guys. My job is to share with you what actually works to get these women into bed. That's my job as a coach. And this is a move that I use myself all the time. I'm also going to show you the one big mistake that guys keep making whenever they do this move. I see it all the time. Don't miss that part, because if you make this mistake, this move is going to completely backfire on you. So I like to call this move the barrier breaker, or the foreplay 5. And it gets the woman horny, gets her feeling hot. She's the one that reaches out and touches you first. It breaks through that touch barrier with the girl, and you can do it all without looking try hard or creepy. So you're no longer that platonic nice guy friend who's harmless, but you become that guy that she just wants to rip his shirt off. Now, before I show you how this move works, you got to understand something very important, okay? The difference between men and women. We men, we run more on testosterone. We've got 10 to 20 times more testosterone than women. And when your T levels are high, that's what gives you that drive. That's what gives you that hunger, that sexual drive forward. It makes you feel good. It makes you want to push through the pain. It makes you feel elated and high. But women don't have the same testosterone levels as we men do. Instead, women run on a different hormone, and that hormone is oxytocin. And oxytocin, that is the bonding hormone. So when a woman breastfeeds a baby, she bonds with the baby. When she has sex with and orgasms with a man, she bonds with the man. That's why when you reach out and you casually touch a woman, like casually touch her wrist or you casually touch her on the shoulder, oxytocin floods through her body. But more than that, another hormone is released, and that is testosterone. So testosterone goes along with the oxytocin. So then, just like a man, she gets horny, she gets turned on, she starts to have that sexual drive. And that's precisely when her lizard brain kicks in. That's when she wants to smash. And that's precisely why it doesn't matter so much about how much money you make or your looks. If you can trigger this oxytocin effect in her, spike up her testosterone levels just like a man would, that's how you can get her horny and want to sleep with you. Just think about it, gentlemen. Have you ever had the experience where a female friend of yours just kind of casually, incidentally reached out and touched your wrist? She casually touched your shoulder, and suddenly it's like a lightning bolt coming out of the sky. It's like you start feeling the tingles for her. You start seeing her in a whole new light. You start feeling a whole different way for her. Off that one small little touch, maybe even start to get a boner in your pants. Well, with women, that effect is literally 10 times stronger. Well, that's precisely why this one small move I'm going to show you, just one innocent, casually placed touch done strategically, can turn you from that nice guy, platonic friend who's harmless into the guy she starts seeing in a whole new light. So gentlemen, the move is very simple. Here's exactly how you're going to do it. All you're going to do is raise up your hand, okay? Raise up your hand like you're going to do a high five. Just raise it expectantly with certainty. What you're not going to do is lunge into the girl. You're not going to like claw your way in. You're not stepping into her. You're going to keep your body solid and straight and simply raise your hand, okay? Don't make this more complicated than it needs to be. You simply raise your hand up. Now, at some point in the conversation, you're going to qualify the girl, and qualifying her is a bit like a compliment, but it has nothing to do with her looks. And you can qualify her on literally anything. Like if you ask her where she's from, she might tell you, oh, I'm from Brazil. You qualify her. You say, I like that. You're from Brazil. That's awesome. And you raise your hand and you say high five. Or maybe you say, oh, that's incredible. I used to have a Brazilian girlfriend. High five. I like that. Now, gentlemen, this is the key to making it work. This is really important. When you hold up your hand to do the high five, you just keep it still. You don't move it. You're not lunging in. You're not trying to step in and high five her. You keep it still and you create tension You shut your lips, you stop talking, you say high five, you stop talking, you shut your lips, you let things go quiet, you create this silence, a silence void to create tension, to create friction. Because the whole idea is to create awkwardness where you're just holding up your hand. She will want to break the tension. She will want to break the awkwardness by stepping into you and high-fiving you back. And what's so brilliant about this is because you're holding the tension, you're creating that awkwardness, the girl's gonna feel this compulsion to step in and give you the high five. She's gonna feel this desire to break the tension, which creates this effect where she perceives that she is the one high-fiving you. She's gonna have this perception that she is making the move on you, that she is breaking the touch barrier with you. Even though you initiated it, she's the one following through and doing the high five. I'll give you another example. Imagine you're talking to a beautiful woman and she happens to be wearing some bright red shoes. Well, simply qualify her on her shoes. Wow, I love those shoes of yours. Bright red. That's my favorite color. Everyone else here, they're wearing like black and white and gray. You are daring though. You're wearing bright red. High five. And you simply hold up your hand and you wait. You don't lunge in. You're not trying to high five her. You simply hold up your hand and wait. And you're simply gonna let the tension sit, okay? You're gonna let there be awkwardness. And the way the woman is gonna break the tension is by stepping into you and following through with the high five. She will finish it for you, which creates the effect that she broke the touch barrier. It creates the perception in her mind that she made the physical move on you. Or let's say you tell her, you know what, you look like you're in pretty good shape. What do you do to stay fit? And she starts telling you, oh, I work out, I go to the gym, I run, I do the Stairmaster. Qualify her. Simply say, oh, I like that. I love a woman who stays in shape. High five. And you raise your hand to give her a high five. Keep it there expectantly. Do it with certainty. Don't lunge in, don't try to high five her back. What you're doing is creating tension. You're creating friction and awkwardness. And that awkwardness is the very reason she's going to lunge in and finish the move for you. Now, by the way, if you're curious where I'm at, guys, I'm here in South Florida. Great weather in January here. Perfect weather out. You got the blue water, the blue skies, not too many clouds, nice and sunny, but not hot. The palm trees, really gorgeous outside. And the beauty of this move, gentlemen, is you can do it right away on a girl very soon. You don't have to wait. As soon as you reach that hook point, right? When the girl's holding eyes with you, she's smiling, maybe she's asking you some questions back, she's giving you more than one word answers. When it feels like her feet are locked in place and she's not gonna walk away, you're at that hook point and you can do the move. You can break that touch barrier with her with the high five. Now guys, I'm gonna give you another variation of this move that's a little bit more sexual, a little bit more spicy. This one builds up that sexual tension with the girl. But first, if you feel like you're struggling with women, if you can't get the kind of girls you actually want, you wanna go on more dates with actual beautiful younger women, the kind of women you want, I do offer coaching. This is a 3 to 4 month process where you're working directly with me every single week, where you follow an automated system, okay? All you gotta do is follow the steps I give you. You follow the steps exactly, spending 10 minutes a day, okay? You gotta spend 10 minutes a day, follow the steps I give you exactly, and I guarantee that at the end of the 3 to 4 months, you will get that girl you want. You will be dating that beautiful woman you actually want. I call the program Attraction on Autopilot because it just boils down to following the steps, guys. All you gotta do is follow the steps. And if you're interested in learning how to do this, go to the link in the description below. You can go right here to my website, jessekeaton.com. Fill out the short application you see there. We can hop on a discovery call together. I'm just gonna ask you a couple quick questions, figure out where you're at and how I can help you and if I can help you. And if it looks like it's gonna be a good fit, we can work together. Now, there's absolutely no pressure to sign up for anything on this call, guys. It's a discovery call to see where you're at. I turn down more people than I accept, right? I don't work with just anybody. So I gotta see what your situation is, if I can actually help you, if you're a good fit for the program. And if you are, we can work together and change your whole life. Now with this variation, guys, I call it the horny high five, okay? The horny high five. It's just like the other one, but we're injecting more sexual tension, more sexual chemistry into that interaction. Now the key here though, is you don't just use this on any girl, okay? She's gotta be giving you eye contact. She's gotta be smiling. You gotta feel the kind of the sexual chemistry already with her. If you go on a girl cold with this, it could freak her out. It could creep her out a little bit, so you do have to be careful. You already need to be feeling the vibe with the girl before you do this. So the horny high five works just like the regular high five, at first at least. What you're gonna do is qualify the girl to start. And you can qualify her on literally anything. Hey, I like that you're short. Hey, I like that you're tall. I like that you got light skin. I like that you got dark skin. It doesn't really matter what you qualify her on. It can literally be anything. And then what you're gonna do is hold your hand up with certainty, with expectancy, and just hold it there. Say high five. You just hold it there. You're gonna wait, go silent, create tension, create awkwardness to draw that girl in and wanna high five you back. Now here's where the difference comes in. When you hold up your hand and she lunges in, she takes your hand for the high five, all you're gonna do is gently wrap your fingers around hers, okay? You gently wrap your fingers around hers when you make that physical connection. You lower your hand and you do a hand hold. So you're turning that high five into a hand hold with your fingers gently wrapped around hers, just feather light touches. There's absolutely no grip, no pressure, no force. You're just gonna wrap your fingers around hers, lower your hand, and turn it into a hand hold. And like I said before, guys, you only really wanna do this when you're getting the appropriate signs from the girl, okay? She's making eye contact with you. She's kind of flirtatious. She's smiling, feels like she wants to be there. You got this sexual chemistry going with her. You can just feel it inside. Then you can do the horny high five with her. All right, guys, now that you've learned how to break through that touch barrier early on in a conversation with a girl you just met, doing the high five and doing the horny high five, you also have to learn what to say. Because your words can also turn the girl on, make her horny, create that sexual tension, that sexual excitement. Okay, this next video, you wanna watch it, guys. This shows you how to turn any boring, mundane conversation into pure sexual excitement by twisting anything the girl says into pure sexual innuendo. So if that's something you wanna learn how to do, guys, go watch this video right now.